Chemtrails are real, though.
Of course they are. The irony is chemtrails probably could be real. Geoengineering is a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so it could actually be right. And I could see the rationale from the government's point of view. If they're like, well, look, global warming's happening, and if we put extra clouds in the sky, then it'll deflect an excessive amount of the sun's rays and cool the Earth down.
Well, it does do that.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but it doesn't mean there's a conspiracy to do that. That's why they're stupid.
Well, yeah, it's not that they're not trying to, because I've seen the chemtrail thing. They think, well, they're trying to poison people or
no,
reduce
here's the
Earth
thing. They
population
don't understand that that's what happens when a jet engine goes through condensation in the air.
Yeah.
It creates these fake clouds. And yes, these fake clouds can cool the Earth down a little bit. And in
so
fact,
if they put them out on purpose.
Yeah, but they're not putting them out on purpose. They're just a side effect of air travel.
Okay.
They're making these assumptions based on seeing something in the sky and thinking someone's spraying something.
Yeah, oh, really?
So our next speaker is Dr. Rosalind Peterson. She's the California president and co-founder of the Agriculture Defense Coalition, formed in 2006 to protect agricultural crop production from uncontrolled experimental weather modification programs. A very interesting topic, for a non-specialized person like myself.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chairman. It is a pleasure to be here to speak with all of you today. One of the things that I would like to say is that we are in a global drumbeat right at the moment talking about climate change and global warming. One of the things that is affected by climate change is agriculture. But some of what we are seeing is man-made, but man-made in a different way than you may guess. Weather modification programs, experimental ones done by private companies, done by the United States government, done by states across the United States, are underway. There's more than 50 of them in operation across the United States. All of these impact agriculture because they change the microclimates needed for agriculture to survive. None of these programs that I know of today, and this is all public record, are available at any time with oversight, agricultural oversight or public oversight. These programs impact agriculture, and there are programs around the world, international corporations are modifying our weather all the time, and they're modifying it in ways that cover thousands and thousands of square miles. Most of it is chemically altered, so that what happens is that we are putting chemicals, ground-based chemicals that are shot into the air, or chemicals coming from airplanes that change and modify our weather. The type of chemicals they are using are aluminum, barium, strontium. So one of my areas is looking at this situation to see if we can begin to put under control experimental and other types of weather modification programs. And if you take and you put up into our skies chemicals to reduce the amount of sunlight reaching the earth, you are going to begin to reduce crop production. Studies at the University of Illinois on corn crop production show reductions. NASA talks about persistent jet contrails as exacerbating global warming because they trap warmth in the atmosphere when they produce cirrus and man-made clouds. From what this picture up here on my left on the screen looks like, which is a trail left by a jet, that trail can expand to 4,000 kilometers and last for 20 hours. This was unheard of in the early 60s and the 70s, and it wasn't until the late 1980s that there was a change and we started to have persistent jet contrails that persist. So one of the issues as we go through is, how do you like your skies, natural or man-made? And right now we are making man-made clouds, and this is trapping warmth in our atmosphere. The climate change that is produced by these jets, not all jets, mostly some non-commercial, but what happens to our skies is that we start to see the changes. The man-made clouds do trap the warmth, and they increase the humidity. This allows for pests to proliferate, diseases, molds, mildews, funguses, and viruses. This is a man-made cloud, ladies and gentlemen, and these pictures I took myself over Northern California, and this is a burst This is where a jet left a huge plume. And then this turned in at the end of it to a burst. And this is not normal. Never seen before in our county historically, and I was born and raised there.
Sorry that took so long, but I needed to include all that to refute every point that was made. Hello, Sargon. I am iamli3, longtime sub and fan, and I would like to request an audience from you to have a live stream discussion, as like with you and Joe, there's so much I need to tell you. I've been wanting to talk with you for a long time now, though at the moment I'm still going to be busy for a few more weeks doing summer work on a farm. For as you just saw, Dr. Rosalind Peterson completely refute every single thing you and Joe talked about in the opening clip, because of your lack of knowledge on the subjects of geoengineering and the atmosphere. And I guess the biosphere as a whole as well. Because, mate, while you were busy winning a culture war, I was busy watching that while learning as much as I could about the world around us. I would like to extend an offer to have a friendly and polite chat to inform you on as much of the verifiable scientific data on these subjects as I can. And in the meantime, for those watching wanting to know more, you can go watch these 2 previous videos I made on the topics of geoengineering, refuting the very same outlets that Sargon likes to refute. And if being presented with the reality of global climate engineering being a thing that has been in operation for decades upon decades does not raise your concerns of the state of the environment around you, then perhaps this shall. Geoengineering is destroying the ozone layer, a former NASA engineer speaks out. From this report, Earth's upper ozone layer is under assault and is being destroyed by geoengineering, industrial waste products, and emissions from the oil industry. If immediate cessation of these activities does not happen, total collapse of the ozone layer will occur by 2025. If and when total collapse occurs, so will all life on planet Earth. So yeah, there's no rush, but let's make this happen ASAP, yeah?